It's week 4 of the NFL, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Titans and the Dolphins on Monday night.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
(3-0) versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Titans ready to go on offense for the first time, and it's Will Levis, the 25-year-old at quarterback, in his second season out of Kentucky.
And last year's rookie year, a bit of a mixed bag for the young signal caller out of Kentucky. Showed off plenty of tools, but was hurt in the preseason, and it took a little while to get going. But once he did, he showed exactly why the Titans wanted him. Toughness, leadership, and a big arm. The team rallied around him down the stretch.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Levis to throw it. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Third and goal, here's Levis. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Well, the Dolphins head out, led by the NFL's leading passer in 2023. Now in his 5th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And he's coming off a great season where he put up career highs in yards and touchdowns, while also leading one of the most prolific scoring offenses in the NFL. The number one thing he did last season, though, staying healthy. When he's on the field, Miami can roll.
Tua going to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. In motion, the tight end. Levis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. Still going. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Back to throw, it's Levis. Oh, and it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will bring it back. gets a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to, and they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Levis back to throw.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Levis sets up to throw here.
The quick slant caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. DeAndre Hopkins. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are going to take the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 74 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He completes it to Boyd. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
Well, the Dolphins offense and Tyreek Hill set to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
That's swung out to Mostert.
And fights through one man. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. In motion, Hill. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw.
A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
The Dolphins sit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now Tua. Gets this one to Hill.
And Hill is going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this down inside the 20.
And ever since Tyreek Hill arrived in Miami, he's somehow taken his game to new heights. He's eclipsed the 1,700-yard mark in each of the last 2 years, and at one point last season, it seemed that he was destined to be the first wide receiver to total 2,000 receiving yards in a single season.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Tua. Under pressure, they got him again.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Now Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. Drake London, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Jamison Crowder, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake, or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start first and 10. Levis to throw off play action. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Here's Levis. This is caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Pollard. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have moved out in front. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now Folk for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Escapes the defender. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
That's to the new Dolphin. It's Odell Beckham Jr. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
From the gun, it's Tua. This is to the former Titan, Jonnu Smith. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Escaping the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. The Titans offense had quarterback Will Levis ready to go to work once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Yeah, the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on third down. Play action now. Levis. That is caught, and he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Levis to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Levis looking to throw. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, it's Pollard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. On play action, here's Tua. He completes it to Beckham, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Hopkins, a man in motion left. Levis. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. Honed in on it and stopped him. Mucked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Back to throw, it's Levis. It's complete to Hopkins. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Tua going to throw.
And in the second half of the tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. He's got space past the 25. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this is going to be incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a 1st down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans now just about ready to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the 1st down.
Levis back to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Levis sets up to throw here. Flushed out right. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. In motion, Hill. After the turnover, it's Tua. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 46 yards. And the Dolphins have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Levis from the gun. Swinging this out for Pollard. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, Levis. That one's taken in by Spears. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now Levis. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Once again, it's Mostert. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 42 yards. And the Dolphins are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So Levis and the Titans now down by 2 touchdowns. A little over 80 ticks to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Levis. Complete. Pollard. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Levis to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Able to hook up here with Ridley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Levis, he'll look to throw it.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's Levis. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. There he goes, left side. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Levis to throw it. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Levis looking to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Dolphins, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll sink now to 0-4. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. And for Charles Davis and our entire